You know, I used to be one of those guys that would just step into whatever the closest barber was, usually when I was desperate for a haircut. And then I realized that actually there is a talent, an art, to having a good-looking do. Well, no one knows about that better than our next guest, San Francisco's hottest salonist, Timothy Scott. Timothy, welcome.
Hi.
All right, so what is the secret to a good do? Men and women who are watching want to know.
A secret, probably face shape is one of the most important things to have for a haircut to go with your face shape.
So you're telling me that it's there's nothing you can do with me, is what you're saying. It's like it's all about the face. It's not in your talented fingers.
You're not that bad. No, it's a combination of a lot of things, but mainly if you have a hairstyle that goes with the face shape and the shape of the head, then you're pretty much good to go. So
I mean, what is the biggest mistake you think salonists make? I mean, I know, for instance, you're a big fan of Tabitha. I know you've met her during Gay Pride.
Yeah.
What is the mistake that people make besides the things that she tells people?
Well, a lot of times the stylist likes to put a look on somebody that they don't look good in. And just because it's the trend and, it's what people are doing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to look good on everybody.
Right. So how do you develop a relationship with your clients to make sure that you put on their face the hairstyle that is meant for their face?
I just talk to them and find out what they have time to do, like in the mornings, or if they like to even fix their hair. I just look at their body and I just kind of judge, for length as to how short it should be, or what's going to look the best on them.
Right. Now tell us a little bit about your history. You've been in San Francisco how long?
11 years. 11
years. But I do hear a little bit of a southern drawl there.
A little bit, yeah. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for about 16 years before I came here.
And I understand before you opened the shop, you were actually flying back and forth. You had some customers that loved you so much they flew you back to Atlanta.
Yeah, and I was making a stop in Dallas, Texas to do a handful of clients there on my way either back or forth.
All right, so Atlanta, Dallas, San Francisco, which has the biggest hair?
I would say probably Dallas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that for the men and the women, or just the women?
The woman, yeah.
Right. Now, I also understand that some of your clients in Atlanta were connected to some reality TV, correct? You worked with some people that had a connection to the housewives, or?
No, the connection was that one of the people went to the same dentist as me, and I met her through
so there was a
same
connection
dentist.
to some of the housewives.
Right.
But you have done some celebrity hair over the years. What's some of the more interesting people whose hair you've worked on?
Fran Drescher, actually. She was very pleasant, and I really had a really nice time with her. I was called by some of her people while she was promoting her book, Cancer Schmancer, and they needed someone to do her hair, and they heard about me, and they gave me a call, and I spent the day with her, and it was a lot of fun.
Right. And did you change her hairdo? I mean, I imagine
a couple of times during the day.
Because Fran Drescher has kind of that iconic sort of look. What do you do with someone like that whose hairstyle is part of their look? Or their image, I should say.
Well, they pretty much know what they want, and a look that they want to have, and so we went through a couple of different looks throughout the day, and she gave me her ideas of what she wanted, and we just kind of collaborated, and that's what it was at the time.
All right. So who does your hair?
A bunch of people. There is one gal that I go to often that I like, but if I can't get an appointment with her, then I have backup.
Right. So it's not like being your own doctor. You can't do your own hair.
No. I wish I could sometimes, but no.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some of the mistakes you think that salonists make? I mean, I know you have a new salon, Timothy Scott Salon, kind of right in the middle of, it's Polk in California, so right down from Grace Cathedral. It may be the only salon I know of that's actually on the cable car line.
Right, it is, yeah.
What are some of the mistakes you think salonists make most typically?
Like salon owners?
No, I mean people who are doing hair.
People that work in a salon?
Yeah. Stylists.
A big mistake is, just not listening to the client, and, there's, a client has a different opinion than what the stylist does, and a lot of times that just doesn't get conveyed or straightened out, so it's a breakdown in communication, really.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us about the salon, the space, what it looks like. I know you put a lot of work into it. This is your lifelong dream.
Yeah. It's a small, like, boutique type salon, and it's 4 chairs, and I think it's sharp. I really like it. I've got fabric on the walls, and it's all a lot of textiles. It's textiles. It's not that sterile, cold, minimalist look that you normally see in
Yeah, I
salons.
mean, what makes it different as far as the look and the feel? What do you want people to feel, not see, but feel when they enter your salon and when they leave?
Comfortable. Comfortable, yeah. There isn't the leather chairs, or the leather couches. There's nothing cold about it. It's all warm. It's all fabrics and textiles. There's flowers. There's just like a lot of fabric just to make it warm, and that's what gives us the modern, the modern look.
Now, I've been to your salon, I've checked it out, I've spoken to some of your clients, and I know one of the first things you see when you walk in is a big picture of, out lesbian celebrity star Tabitha Coffey, who has her own show. What was that like meeting Tabitha, and why do you think she is such an icon to people in your business?
Well, she's definitely no nonsense. She tells it like it is, and she's right. She's just plain right. And from watching her show and everything, there's a lot of valuable things that she says, and that you should follow to run a successful business. And she was very nice. When I met her, it was brief, but she was great.
Yeah.
And I was really glad to have the opportunity to talk with her, like as we did, and yeah, she's just.
I remember seeing one of her shows once, and there was a salonist who was just kept breaking down in tears every time Tabitha would give her some advice, and finally Tabitha turned to the camera and says, "Oh my God, stop crying and do something useful." And the woman says, "Like what?" And she says, "Like work."
Work, exactly. That's it. Yeah. She doesn't have time, for that, and that's very true. It's upsetting at the time, but look, you got to get over it. You got to get a grip, and you just got to keep going and just keep doing your best.
Great. Give me some of the advice that Tabitha has given salonists that you have incorporated into your salon.
You are the salon manager, and this is your business, and you know what's good for your business, and get rid of what isn't good.
Right. We've only got a few moments left, but talk to me about your favorite thing to do as someone who works on hair. Would you like to in color? Do you like to in style? Men or women? Which do you prefer?
It doesn't matter, either. I like to do haircuts and I like to do color. To me, those are the two most rewarding things for me, because it's instant, and it's done, and when you're done, they look great and they're happy and they come back.
Yeah, well, I have spoken. I've done some research. I've spoken to some women who have switched salons to you because they didn't want to tell their current salonist, "I don't like your color," but they definitely like Timothy Scott's color.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We've been speaking to Timothy Scott. Check out his new salon, Timothy Scott, at the corner of Polk and California. And next up, from big hair to a big radio personality, the one and only Greg Sherrill. We'll be right back.